All right, I am finally putting on my HTP Rideplate. Got the holes drilled for the bolts, got the holes drilled for the water pickup for my chiller, and gonna get it installed. So before I install that, I just wanted to show you the differences between the two. So this HTP one is a one-piece billet, and then it's got the sidebars, turnbuckles to adjust the angle and everything. The one that I had on there before was just flat stock aluminum, you know, and a piece of angle welded in there for rigidity. But I didn't want to, I could only go up 2 degrees on my ride plate, and I need to be up probably around 4 degrees or so. But I didn't have any more room to go up on this without milling the bottom of this cradle. So just gives me more flexibility to adjust the ride plate when I want to make changes. So for those of you that don't have a shoe and ride plate, this is basically how they hook up. The ride plate goes in right here, so it's a nice flat surface. This is the shoe, and then the ride plate goes right here. It's just for reference for those of you that don't have them, what I'm hooking up right now. And then this is what it looks like with the ride plate on. Obviously, I still got to hook up this stuff, but this is what it looks like underneath. All right, time to get this stuff all mocked up here. Just don't know where I need to be exactly yet, so I will just keep everything loose here. All right. And what they have on one of the sides, they have a little keyway. And there's keyways on the front, and each one's supposed to be a degree. Get this other side hooked up really quick. We got left up top. Made a couple changes too. I had my camera on the back of the boat last outing, and I had the wedge at 3 degrees, and with this straight snoot, it was way too high out of the water. So I put it at 0 for right now. Because it was way out of the water. And then everything's loose, but I'll show you those keyways. Basically, those keyways right there, it's supposed to be every one of those notches. I don't know if we can see those notches. Every one is supposed to be a degree. So you can kind of set it, and you know, rather than messing with the turnbuckles, you can go up 1 notch, and that's 1 degree. And then I almost forgot the most important thing: stainless steel, and even the lock washers or the nuts, is they'll bind up. Forgot to put some anti-seize on these bolts so I don't have problems later. because that's the worst. Having seized up bolts. And it makes a mess everywhere. So we'll get these bottom ones tight. I use German torque on everything, glued in tight. All right. Put a little bit on these guys. Try not to make too big of a mess with these. Man, it's hot in the garage. It's about, I think it got up to 99 today. Try to get this done because I'm trying to go to the river on Saturday and test it out with the new ride plate and everything. All right. All right, now I can get the angle of this guy right. And if you don't have one of these guys, you need to get one. They're pretty awesome. You can reset the 0 on them and help you get your angles correct. So there's no guesswork on it. All right, I got everything hooked up. I am in the top notch, so I'm gonna have to figure something out if I want to go up anymore. But I am at my 4.1 degrees that I wanted to be at. So if I do want to go up more, I'm gonna have to get shorter turnbuckles, or I could probably take one of these lock nuts off. Since it's locked down, I technically only need one of the lock nuts, but there it is, all done. Got to finish putting all the bolts back on for the snoot, but go test it out this weekend and see how it does. All right, I got everything hooked up, ready to go. Ride plate's at 4 degrees. I did go 2 degrees down with the wedge. That way I'm closer to the water line since I was so far up. I know I did the 3 up last time and it was way high. I checked it at 0. It was still a little higher than I wanted, so put it at the wedge at 2 degrees down, and gonna go test it out on Saturday. See how it does.